Hello and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations in the information box below and determined that you are a power year number 4, then you're in the right spot. Now, very quickly, fours, I just want to review how to get to your power year number. And I do want to remind you, fours, that once you've calculated your number once for 2019, that's it. No more calculations for you. I will tell you what number month you're in. Now, if you're a number 4, that means you're in the month of, let's see, why am I blank? Month of 9. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. So, yes. Very good. So, what you will do is take the month of your birth. If it's January, it will be number 1, etc. So, take the month of your birth. Now, add it to the day you were born. Add it all together. Now, if you have double numbers, add those two numbers together to get a single digit number. Now take that single digit number, add it to 3. 3 represents 2019. Okay, so if you have a double digit again, add them together and reduce it to a single digit number. If your single digit is number 4, then this video is for you and you are at the right place. Now, I have some special days here and I'm going to give them to you now all together so that if you'd like to jot them down, you can do it all at one time. And I don't forget to give them to you. So, 4s, in the month of May, like I say, you are in the month of 9. That's the month of endings, and we're going to review that. But if you're looking for the very, very best days for job and finance, those days will be May 9th, May 18th, and 27th. Now, just a little treat. Those are also your power days for. So you have a lot of action on the 9th, the 18th, and 27th. A lot of magic to be made if you're out there looking for a new job or looking to pitch a new idea. Or looking to get onto a new project at the workplace, anything at all, or, well, no, we'll get to romance. Just one moment. Now, great days in May for you 4s to play the lottery, to ask for a raise, to expect money to be coming in some way, shape, or form. Those days are May 4th, May 13th, May 22nd, and May 31st. Okay, now days for romance. So these are days to get your nerve up, ask for a date, or to plan something special for someone. These dates will be May 2nd, 11th, 20th, and 29th. And also days for endings. So if you'd like to, you're looking forward to maybe a situation you're not enjoying to end, or you're thinking of ending something, good days for that will be May 5th, May 14th, and May 23rd. Okay, 4s, so let's review. We're going to shuffle and review at the same time. When you are in a power year of 4, it's a heavy year. It's a big year and a strong year. And the power year 4, anytime you're in a 4, talking about 4, you're talking about building for the rest of your life. So you're going to build this cycle, your year of 4, and the next cycle, when you're in a year of 4, you'll be building again for the rest of your life. It's a year to make a relationship concrete. It's a year to open your own business. It's a year to leave what you've been doing because it's time to move on to something else. And a lot of times, if you have a lot of 4s in your energy, you are a builder of things and then you move on. I had a client once who would create chiropractor offices, sell it, move to the next office, create it, sell it, move to the next office. That's a person who's a life path or a destiny number 4. 4 is building. So let's, and 9. So when you're in a month of 9, you're in a month of endings. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to look at business first, then we're going to look at romance, and then we're going to get to whatever question you have, and I'm going to pick cards for it. It's going to be interesting to see what comes up in the cards in relationship to endings, okay? So let's take a look. Endings, as you know, can be a very welcome thing. Very welcome. Like, please, please end. Okay. It might be somebody giving you some toot at work, anything at all. Now, I'm pulling cards for those of you who have jobs. Then we're going to pull cards for those of you who are looking for jobs. Sometimes they overlap. So let's see what the message is. Okay, fours. Leaving is what I've got. I've got, for those of you who have a job, and we're talking about you right now, I feel like you really have done everything right. You've consulted and talked to the right mentors. You've told the right people what you wanted or what you're interested in. You've done the right overtime or the right projects. As my mother would say, you made the right noises, and they were heard. And this is a lovely card. It's a card where you're not strong-arming, you're gliding along, you're trying to be very professional and very kind. And the next card that I have is my Five of Pentacles. Now, my Five of Pentacles, if you take a look at that, it looks scary. It's not. It's a great card. It's a card about where this person is leaving their place of security very happily, skipping along. So somewhere, somehow, some way in your position, you're either going to get the transfer that you wanted, you're going to, which means you'll be leaving the office you've always worked in, or you're going to get that new territory that you wanted, or you're going to get that new project that you wanted, or you're going to get to report to the person that you've wanted to report to. There is something about changing and leaving, but you're doing it in a happy way. You're doing it because you wanted it, because you've planned it, or maybe it suddenly came up and you didn't even know you wanted it. But that's very, very nice. You've done everything by the rules and correctly, and I feel like the universe is going to be rewarding you, fours, in this month of May, for those of you who have been working for a change or working for something different, or even just recognition. Very, very nice. Let's take a look at people who are looking, who are fours and are looking. So far we're talking about schooling or waiting. Yes. And I don't know why, I just pulled this, and we're going to do that too. That's the star card. Okay. So if you're looking for a job, there's a message to those of you who feel like you've been waiting forever, you've been in school forever, you've gotten every certification under the sun, or do I actually need more to fit this job I want? Because what I feel like I have here is that you have reached out for guidance. Either you've interviewed and people have suggested to you what you need to move forward, or you've gone to your college or high school counselor or headhunter and you've asked, well, this is what I want, and they have suggested, well, you need to do blah, blah, blah. For those of you who have done that, this reading is for you. No matter how, it doesn't have to be formal. My words don't need to back you into a corner. You have found out what you needed to do, the requirements, or maybe you need to relocate for something that you've wanted. You've been very patient, you've waited, or you've done the things you needed to do to move forward, or both of those things. And then we have the beautiful Three of Pentacles. Look at all those opportunities coming to you in threes. So something can be coming to you in threes. It can be an address of 3. It can be on the 3rd of the month that this happens, or it could be the 3rd interview. There's so many interviews to get a job now these days. Maybe it's the 3rd one and the final one that works out really well. The extra card that I pulled for you, people who are looking for that job, is the star card. Now, my star card, now that's a major arcana. That means it's quick, it's now, it's happening, and it means your wish is coming true. However, you've had to open up that Pandora's box and all the bugs flew out, and so you feel like you've had to, figure some things out, make some changes, make some moves, but you still have the faith that good things are out there for you. I trust who gave me advice. I trust myself, and I'm going to get eventually where I want to get. So this endings for, so first of all, it makes sense that you're in a year of 4 and you're trying to figure out a new you in one way, shape, or form as far as getting a job. Secondly, you've done all the moves that you had to do, whatever they were. So you're building. That's the building block of 4. Now the month of endings of 9 might be the ending of waiting. Waiting and waiting, because you got this Hermit card, and the Hermit card is talking about waiting and wisdom and schooling, but it's the ending of that now in May. You're going into June, which is 1. It's your new beginnings. So you really, really are close to finally landing that position that you have been looking for and waiting for. Let's shuffle these cards now, 4s. Let's take a look at romance. Let's take a look first at people who are in relationships, and then let's take a look at people who are looking. Now, if you are looking for a reconciliation, a lot of times it just shows up in either or. So let's take a look and see what we have. Okay, 4s. Big year for you. Big, 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 big year. This is the year of, I want to get married. We're not getting married. Okay, I want to get divorced. Let's just do it. It's a big year for you all the way around. Now, okay, this is pretty clear. Okay, 4s, you're in this month of endings. I'm asking about people who are in relationships, and I get from where you're coming from is feeling unsettled, feeling unhappy, feeling unnerved, just something has gone wrong in the past, whether it's with this relationship or another one that's left a bad taste in your mouth, and I feel like you're watching it repeat itself, or things are moving so slowly in the relationship that you're questioning, is it ever going to get better? So what I have coming into being is the actual Lover's card. And the Lover's card means a few things. Yes, it means the obvious, and we are asking about relationship. And the Lover's card can mean not only dating and lovers, but choices. Big, big choices. And I feel like this is a month for you to make a choice in your relationship and possibly let it go to see new people. That things have been going so slowly and you're giving this person time and a lot of rope and nothing has happened yet or transpired. And the big choice can be, you know what, I want to see other people. There's your ending, or it's just the ending of hoping and wishing and praying that you would love to move back to where your family's from, and it's not happening. And the cards are saying, you want the relationship, you got to let that go. You got to end pushing for something that the other person just isn't biting to do. That's some pretty heavy stuff, 4s. That's some pretty heavy stuff. But you have given it a lot of time according to the cards. You really have, and you haven't felt good about that. And so they're saying it's a good month for you to make a choice, to open up the channels for new things to come to you. When I do readings for people, like they may have broken up with someone a year ago, but I'm still finding that person's energy. Like I'm still finding the old boyfriend in the aura. And I'll say to the client, like, why? Well, we still talk, we're still in touch. Well, that's why. So it might be time to try to let things out of your energy to let new things come in. Now, for those of you who are looking for love, let's see here. I'm still back on, I'm thinking about reconciliation, and I'm thinking about how this first reading can even lend itself to reconciliation, because you might decide that, sometimes you start to date someone new, and then the old flame starts knocking on the door, and you're like, oh my goodness, now what do I do? Because I'm seeing someone new, and I like them, and if I throw them overboard, and then the old one doesn't work out. However, in your cards for in this month, I would say they're saying, for those of you who are in that conundrum, you have given it enough time. Now make a decision. Take the old person back and let the new person go, or forget the whole idea and stay with the person that you're with. Now, moving on to people who are looking for romance. Again, this is kind of a little bit of reconciliation in here too, because I feel like you're holding out. You've been holding out, so you're looking for love, or and I just feel like there's a little voice in your ear that so and so was interested, or so and so is interested again, or because I have the past card, reaching back into the past card in the here and now. So I feel like there's an idea from the past, or something that you've talked about in the past, whether you're looking to reconcile or whether you're looking to start something new. And maybe you misjudged someone, or maybe you used to know someone and they seemed interested, and then they went away for whatever reason, or you're not seeing them as much. They left the job, you left the job. It talks about, look at it again. Go to them. Make the move. So your next month in June is a month of new beginnings. And I would say towards the end of May, or in May at some point, you're going to start feeling that hankering of, you may revisit something to see if you can push it into motion to start a new relationship, brand new, or to reconcile something. And I know for those of you that this applies to, you will be able to understand what I mean. I feel like you might get, or have gotten whacked right in the face with, whoa, I mean, I didn't even know I really, like someone leaves work and suddenly you're like, oh, no, 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 no. I didn't even know I felt that way. I didn't even know I thought like that. Something along those lines. Or they start seeing someone and you're like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know I really cared that much. Well, this is talking about approaching them and letting them know. I got to leave the rest to you, fours. You got to figure it out, or send me an email, okay? But I'm going to shuffle now, and if you would, fours, if you would come up with a question, anything at all. It can be about romance, it can be about work, it can be about your sister, it can be about your brother, it can be about any situation at all. And I'm asking the universe to let our fours know what's the best outcome we can expect for the majority of our fours out there in the conundrum that they're in, or the question that they're asking. Okay. Okay. This is interesting. I'm interested to see how this turns out. Okay. Let's see. Now, I'm finding you, all right, think about your question, and I'm finding you second guessing. Second guessing. It's like you started out with a plan. You felt confident of that plan. You felt confident that if I give it some time, or I let things just flow on their own, things are going to work out. And now suddenly you're like, uh-oh, did I do the right thing? Holy mackerel, did I let it go too long? The card that's coming into being, again, is that star card. And the star card is about things really working out and wishes coming true But there can be an opening of Pandora's box before that good stuff comes to you. So there's been a lot of waiting here. There's been a lot of questions you've had. Now you're starting to question yourself. And it's saying kind of go for it. The cards are saying if there's any way you can talk to someone, get to them, explain your dilemma, ask for help, confess where you screwed up, do it. Because the outcome is going to be a very good outcome for you. You know, it's like facing the music. So as a number 4, you want to get things done this year, and the universe wants you to get things done. In the month of 9 for May, something is meant to end. So this waiting period and this, okay, no, I'm good. I said what I wanted. Now I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to wait and I'm going to see and I'm going to see. Oh my God, time is passing. Am I doing the right thing? They're saying you can end that now. Go for it. Go for the juggler, so to speak, and ask and request for what, for guidance, for help, for whatever you need. Face the music and get the happy ending that you want. Okay, Fours, that's what we've got for you this month. If you'd like any more information on me, please just jump onto my website, gemmaswindow@gmail.com. And, of course, I'll see you next month when you go into the riveting month of new beginnings for June. And, of course, if you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to have you. Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.